All of the science they were sharing about it, all of the studies they had done, they were sharing about it. I was just thinking, oh my goodness, this would have sped up my healing journey so much, because the turning point for me was being pre-diabetic, and it took me 5 years to get out of pre-diabetes.
You're listening to Essential Oil Conversations, the podcast for busy women who love natural living, friendship, and a little bit of entrepreneurship too.
All right, Heather, what are we talking about today?
We are going to be talking about MetaPWR, also known as the Metabolic blend. Initial thoughts on the scent?
I like it. Like, it's an energizing smell, citrusy, minty.
Interestingly enough, we just recently spoke on oils that lift your mood naturally, and Motivate was one of the ones that we talked about, which is also citrus and mint. But this smells very different than that. Do you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree. This one's sharper smelling, I would say. It's almost like, I don't know, a lot of I guess all of the citrus oils come from the skin, but this has that bitter note that I think a lot of citrus skin has.
Interesting description. Okay. And this is actually a really limited ingredient list, which I kind of like too, because so many of these blends have a lengthy ingredient list. So MetaPWR is made up of grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, cinnamon bark. That's it. So out of curiosity, what do you smell the most?
Probably, I guess, the grapefruit.
I smell grapefruit with a hint of peppermint, but I will tell you, I tasted this one before we went on, and the taste is very different. I do not taste either of these. Are you willing to taste, to tell me what you taste?
Oh, yeah, I'll taste this one.
So both of us just stuck it to the roof of our mouths.
Ginger.
Ginger. I get the lemon and the ginger. Yes.
Yeah. Interesting.
Isn't that funny? You don't smell that really, though.
Yeah, that's super interesting. And it is refreshing, though, too, with the mint.
Yes. Yeah, you feel a little bit of that coolness with the mint behind it. But I really like the taste of it. I don't necessarily take this one internally that way. I guess since we're talking about that, this one comes also as little beadlets as well as soft gels. And so if you do want to take this one internally, which it can be used all three ways, then sometimes the easiest internal method is either the beadlets or the soft gels. But I really like the flavor of this one.
Yeah, I do too. I feel like this is another one that would be really good in sparkling water.
Yes.
Like the bubbles and the refreshing. I mean, my mouth feels refreshed.
Yes.
Could this work as an alternative to brushing your teeth? Because I feel
Probably
very minty
not.
fresh. Okay, just checking.
However, these ingredients are very specific for all things metabolic health. And so this is really good at helping curb hunger cravings. And I do think that it works well for that. I don't know if it's because then I have this nice minty, citrusy taste in my mouth that I'm like, I don't need to eat anything right now. But I think ultimately something's happening internally that my body is supposed to recognize that I don't need to, eat out of boredom or whatever right this second.
Yeah, I definitely think it's effective for that. Even just diffusing it could be effective for that. And so I was so excited when this came out. We actually were there at convention the year that it came out. But leading up to it, all of the science they were sharing about it, all of the studies they had done, they were sharing about it. I was just thinking, oh my goodness, this would have sped up my healing journey so much, because the turning point for me was being pre-diabetic, and it took me 5 years to get out of pre-diabetes. But everything that this oil can do would have probably gotten me there a lot faster. So eating right, exercising, still definitely recommend that. Recommend that over this oil. But if you can eat right and exercise and use an oil like this, like you're just speeding up the timeline, or use the supplements that have this oil in it, you're speeding up that timeline for healing and balancing out your body. So I was really excited about this one.
This oil can be used for both of those things, the healthy eating and the exercise. And so people will use it as a kind of stimulating massage before exercise, or it can kind of just give you that uplifting, I'm ready to go feeling. And so that could be helpful for exercise too. But then, like we talked about, just kind of thinking about mindful eating and making healthy choices with that. So yes, I think this can be used for both aspects. Interestingly enough, I tend to use this one topically more than anything else with my
Really?
dry brush over my areas that have a little bit more skin. What would I call that? Well, areas where there's adipose tissue, primarily like stomach and thighs, I feel like I will focus. I'll put this oil on topically and then I use my dry brushing.
You know what's funny? I have this oil in my master bathroom. And the other day I was thinking, why do I have this in here? Like, what was I using this for? And it was for dry brushing. I totally forgot about that. So
I will admit I'm not as consistent with it as I probably should be. So has it helped or not? Couldn't tell you. But at the same time, it makes me feel like I'm doing something healthy for myself.
yeah. Yeah. I will say anybody who's going to do the dry brushing with this, just as we are getting into warmer months and sunnier months, this is one that's going to make your skin photosensitive. So you probably don't want to dry brush with this and then go out on the lake for the day or whatever.
Yes.
So be a little selective on that part. All right. Well, anything else about MetaPWR?
I think this is a really good oil for a very specific purpose. It comes with an entire line of MetaPWR products, all which have slightly different uses, but work really well together. And I am glad that we have this one.
Yeah, me too. So I know this isn't specifically on subject today, but you mentioning all of the products that come in the line, I'm curious, what is your favorite product from the MetaPWR line?
My favorite of the MetaPWR line is the MetaPWR Advantage. So the original flavor was lemon orange, and it was fine. It was fine. I actually haven't used it in a long time, but it was fine. But when they came out with the pomegranate cherry flavor, that was hands down, yes, I will buy the product. Like, it is so good. And I feel like I will make a cocktail every now and then I make the pomegranate cherry MetaPWR Advantage and I make it as is. And then I will add a splash of orange juice and then 2 drops of copaiba and put ice in it. Oh, it is such like a nice little refreshing end of day mocktail. I love it. It just makes me feel relaxed with the copaiba. I feel like I'm doing something healthy with the collagen powder. I love it. So pomegranate cherry, MetaPWR Advantage, my favorite MetaPWR product for sure.
Yep, same. Okay. Well, so definitely get yourself some of that too. If you're getting this oil based on this conversation, get that because it's awesome. And we all, especially busy women, we all need collagen in our lives. And this is an easy and delicious way to get it into your body. So, all right. Well, thanks so much for listening. We'll have a brand new episode for you soon.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This podcast is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.